Servus and welcome. I'm Vera at Spilled Coffee Crafts. Good morning, everyone. This is the promised video with my results from my eco dyeing from the boiled paper bundle. And I will go through this quickly. You saw them when I unpacked the bundle. I just wanted to show them for a reference how much they will lighten up. So here's everything that I dyed with this dye solution. Is it everything? Something is missing. Give me a second. So here we go. Now, this is everything that I dyed with this dye solution. Because after I left you with the unbundling, I put a piece of fabric with this crochet lace also in the remaining dye solution, and this is what I got. And it's a very nice brown, beige, darkish beige, and I like the variations that I got. It's cool. I like it. And it was dark white when I put it in, and I'm much more likely to use this as it is now. So that's that. This was the tie from one of the bundles. It's this kind of military greenish brown with a little bit of variation where the knot was. I'm fine with that. This is again one of the wraps with nice stains from the rust and also a nice color variation. I'm cool with that. And it goes color-wise very good with this one. So cool. This is the yellow doily I used also as one of the wraps. And it's much more yellow in real life than it looks at the camera. But still, it's not a bright yellow. It's now a muted yellow tone, different than the white ones, which I very much appreciate. So they are not all the same. Oh, and the rust stains are the best. Well, and then I shut up now and go quickly through this paper so I can speed this up. I don't want to bore you too much with it. So the first, until we get here to the pictures, this is the ones that I showed you on the ground, which I just put in a pan and dyed the remaining dye solution over it. That's that. And then this is what was in the bundles, because there were two. So and what you see here, this is because of remains of rust and maybe also acrylic on the plastic sheets I had down. This was very delicate when it was wet. So now for the 2 bundles. Oh, gorgeous. And you can see really good the difference, where mainly the avocado hit. This is this more pinkish tone, and this is the more or less pure onion skin. Gorgeous here also with the rust. This is an envelope that I will glue back together. Oh, I love it. Another one, again, avocado, onion skin. With this one, the window did not come out, so I don't know what glue they are using. It's a little bit roughed up, but this is more because of the wet and not of the heat. And this was already on there before, but I don't mind. Another one, and here the windows came out, but I kept them, so I will sew them in. Also, this one is open, so I can also decide which side I want to have on the outside. This would be as it was folded before, or I could also turn it around and have it this way. Ah, gorgeous. Well, a junk mail envelope. Also, the window came out with this one. I kept it. Oh, those rust stains. Oh, that's the big envelope we had in there, with a mark from a different one, which I also like very much. This is just, oh, here we have very nice variations from the avocado skin and the onion peels. So, wow, I love this one. I think this is one of my favorites here, because we can really see the color difference, and we have a rust stain. Gorgeous. Very cool patterning here, but also it was very fragile, so it broke on several places. Also super cool patterning, like it a lot. And also one of my favorites, this was the it's paper, a notepad that's prepped for oil paintings, and which means there is some kind of seasoning like gesso or something else. I don't know what you put under oil paintings. So this was on there and it came off a little bit, but now as it's dry, it's on there again, so won't come loose, and it gave this very cool effect that I love so much. gorgeous. The back side is okay. We have a little bit of printing on here from the page that was on here, which is also very cool. I like here the pink from the avocado. That's a gorgeous page. Would be also a cool cover. Mother, well, you need to decide which. Decisions are coming. Well, and here we have one book page. And now there are the tissue papers. That's the normal tissue paper, which stood up to the process brilliantly. This is wet strength paper. Gorgeous. And this was the one that was on the notepad. So we have these additions now here, which makes it extra special. But this is also very nice because it's very, there is patterning, but the patterns are very fluent, so extremely cool coloring. I love it. And here again, the avocado came, and this is also something I'm noticing. When this was wet, I didn't see any of the avocado, and after it dried, some of the pinks came up more prominently. So I'm very happy about this because I thought the avocado didn't do anything. It was just too subtle for the onion skin when the paper was darker because it was wet. Gorgeous. And the last one, which was the outer layer with this cool rust stain here. Yes, and not so dark, which is good. We want to have variations, right? Well, that's all from the dyeing experiment you were following on. But give me a second, because I have one more thing to show you. So I leave this up here. I dove into another rabbit hole. And I started making papers. This is my first attempt. And to be honest, no, they are not my first attempts, because my very first attempt, and I just made a frame. It was something like this, just bigger. So the inside was this size. Yeah, but it had a wooden frame, and I just put some netting in it and just let me try it. And the material is egg cartons. So, and this was my very first piece, and I was so impressed because it is really thin. It is between tissue paper and printer paper, and it came out relatively okay. So of course there are tears and everything, and the thickness is not 100%. You can, but I liked very much, and it was very promising. But then all I got after this was things like this. I like this one. Very cool. And yeah, because yeah, various reasons I found out why it didn't, it worked at the first one and then it stopped. Yeah, once you observe what's going on, And the process is simple enough. I will make a dedicated video once I have it more figured out, I think. And if you're interested, so. And these are, okay, they are thicker. Then, I love these edges. They are thicker than the first one, but they are okay. They are still more paper than cardboard, in my opinion. Thick paper. I need to weigh them so I can guess how the grammage would be. Well then, 2 more here. And I don't know if the camera is picking this up as it should. This is really, they still look wet from they are bone dry, of course, because I just popped them down and then let them dry. So they have still this organic feeling of the 3-dimensional parts. They are very cool. Once you hit them with some color, so these are highlighted, I think they will look very nice. Again, a thinner one. Yeah, and then I switched tools. And this is what I got with the new tool, which is, my husband was friendly enough to print me a mold and decal on his 3D printer. So, yeah. And this is what you get when you have the right tool. And it was less hassle than with the others. The other frame worked kind of. It was fiddly, but with the right tools, it's working. There are more out there drying. And this is now more, it's also, they are thicker, and I know why. This was also me experimenting. Yeah, a new rabbit hole I climbed into. I couldn't resist. But as already mentioned in my last videos, it's hot. I like being outside playing with water. This was the main reason why this came up now. And I will make a dedicated video where I show my process. And it's simple enough. It's just, you need to be observant so you recognize the variants and how you can do things differently. But this was just because I wanted to show it. The color is egg carton, eh? But well, I leave you with this beautiful side now and see you next time. Bye.